pistol, please. Can I get a minute, Ravi? Thanks, Ravi. What a formidable double act, because you can write and I can say stuff.
Welcome to Jumping the Turnstile. I'm Jezbot.
I'm Timmy Taco, and we're going to shake up the method a bit. We're gonna spill the STEEZ over into Jumping the Turnstile.
Ooh,
Crossing-
is it like a rhythm method, Tim?
Crossing the STEEZ, or jumping the STEEZ. I don't know. It's like when
Jumping the STEEZ, yeah. No, it gets too confusing.
It's like when you join breakfast and lunch. You know, it's brunch. So
Sure.
do we mash it together anyway? So we're just getting set up here in the studio with our Zooms and our mics and our.
You weren't too impressed with my background.
Yeah, well, I asked if you could spruce up the look a little, you know?
Well, I'll tell you, in your background, you've got Beat Street 1, 2, and 3 records, or are they the same record but different colours?
I've got a green screen going. I've got my record shelf,
Ghostbusters album. You've got a couple of records from yourself. Yeah.
amps, mics, all sorts of stuff, and you've got a cupboard.
Pretty much. Well, we're all making sacrifices in this new era, Tim. It's my new normal.
All right, so in traditional STEEZ method, let's get on with the show, shall we?
Yeah, let's not mess about too much longer, Tim.
Yes.
Correcting community concerns, or just
or sometimes basically Batman, but I don't know. Have you got a community concern for us?
Well, I didn't save anyone's life this time, Tim, but I was in the city today. This is coming from Melbourne during full lockdown.
Oh yeah, full deep lockdown.
I got me work pass, my worker's pass.
Oh, your papers?
So
You got your...
yeah, so I was allowed to travel, but I had to keep them on me the whole time, Tim.
Right, so your pink slips and your you know what would be easier? If you just got your work permit tattooed on your arm.
That's a good idea. It will save heaps of time.
It would too. Yeah.
Or even a little chip under your wrist, so every time you go under, like say or into a door, it reads your. Oh look, not too far, Tim. Don't get me started.
I did. Right. So what do you got?
So I don't think it's going to work so well, this lockdown. I hate to say it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I did go into the city this morning with my worker's permit, and I tell you what, I drove from Clayton to Footscray, right through the city.
Yep.
And there was not one police officer or army dude.
Right.
To anywhere to be seen.
Okay, so maybe they're at home, in lockdown.
Quite possibly.
Right. No cops at all.
So then, yeah, and I thought this is a bit. I don't know. Are we doing this or not? Because there was plenty of cars on the road. I mean,
okay.
Granted, it was mostly utes.
Yep.
And freight and trucks and whatnot.
And the guys with permits. Yep.
But it seemed that it was sort of business as usual. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think the way to beat the COVID is to get yourself a CFMEU bloody work pass.
Okay, I've got one of them. I've got a white card.
Yours lapsed. Oh, you got a white card. That doesn't cut it. But
okay.
I mean, that's a good. You have to have the white card before you get the CFMEU membership.
Right. Man,
that seems to cure the COVID, or it's like a blocking agent, because I'm working with like 1,000 dudes.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
When do you get the stickers then?
You don't get the stickers until you get the membership pack.
Okay. So you got to pay up to get the stickers.
Yeah, mate. If you want those stickers, I've got them. You can have them.
Nah.
Okay. Well, all right. So I'm in the city. I'm in Footscray now. There's 5 or 6 towers going up in Vic Square.
Yeah.
And so there's food trucks. There's deliveries. There's blokes in their utes.
Yep.
There's thousands of people there.
Yep.
And we're all up in the elevators and whatnot. And
thousands in the elevator? How does that work?
Not thousands in the elevator, but there's just people around.
Yeah.
So how's this, right?
Okay.
I needed to get a piece of trim, like the little piece of aluminium.
Sure.
And we didn't have any left because this is the end of the job. And it was my responsibility to
Are you
fix
talking about the strip that goes in on the door between the threshold, isn't it?
Correct.
Is that what you call
correct. That's it. That's it. You've done it again. Anyway, so I said I'll go off to Bunno's because I've also got my Bunno's work pass. It's
Yeah.
the power pass. It's the white card that's a power pass. It's like a white
Car.
power pass.
How many times are you going to say power pass? It'll get you.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so I get security checked at Bunno's, Footscray West. So now I've travelled into Footscray.
Yep.
And
Still no coppos.
No police, no armies.
No armies.
I'm
Right.
going, all right. Security guard at the Bunno's entry, and I pull out the card, my white card.
Did he shoot you with? Did he shoot you with the tempo gun?
Here's the thing, right? No tempo gun at Bunno's, but like I just flashed me card, so
Okay.
this is going to be the next thing.
Any white
the
any
power-
white card gets you through.
Well, it's going to be counterfeit Bunno's cards.
Okay. Yeah. I like where you're going with this.
I wonder how many people have signed up to the Bunnings Power Pass card.
Everyone.
This is not an ad for Bunno. by the
Okay.
way.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so I went in there, no police. Yeah, it was the best Bunnings experience I've had because there was no one in there.
Right.
Full of staff getting all the online stuff going, like dudes everywhere. But I just had the place to myself, so I went and took a shit.
The freedoms.
Wash me hands.
Oh, of course.
Thoroughly.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so then back into the car, went to a Mitre 10. They had nothing for nobody. They wouldn't even let me in.
No threshold
Stopped-
aluminiums.
Stopped at the gate. Nah, nothing. Not the right size. So then I even went this afternoon to my local Bunno's. No trims. Anyways.
Trim
But
trimmery,
here's-
trim taroo.
No trim Chiru Timmy Taki Roozies. And here's my problem.
Yeah.
If we are going to do this and we're all bloody wearing masks and we're all doing the right thing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Aren't we?
Sure.
Aren't we?
Sure.
Aren't you?
Sure.
But it just seems that it's not going to work.
Right.
There's too many people out and about.
Okay.
There's too many food trucks. There's too many bloody souvlakis going around.
Yeah.
If we're going to do it, let's do it. Because I
Right.
think we're going to get to the end of the 6 bloody weeks.
And do
we're
another
gonna get
6.
Another 6 bloody weeks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. For good behaviour.
It's like the it's like the principal in the Breakfast Club.
Right.
You know, 3 months. I got you for 3 months.
3
it keeps
months.
going up. Now I've got you 4 months, 5 months. I got
Yeah.
you for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Is
You
what
want
it
another
is.
one? You want another one? Johnny? What was his name?
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie. No, it wasn't Charlie Sheen. It was the other guy.
Oh, yeah,
He was in Teen Wolf, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the stoner friend in Teen Wolf. You can
Yeah.
never remember his name.
No. No.
So, what do you reckon? What's my correction? Like, how do I? That's my concern. How do I correct it?
Well, there's no correcting that. You just assume that would be corrected for you. There should be apparently there's supposed to be cops everywhere checking on your papers and your COVIDs. I thought.
Yeah.
If they're not
If you're
anywhere,
listening,
unless you just
if you're listening over, oh sorry, Jim. If you're listening overseas, I've heard a lot of scuttlebutt in the conspiracy corners, like Melbourne's in lockdown, full fascist state.
Yeah.
And you know all the trimmings, and you know there's a little bit of left and a little bit of right on that. And
Yeah. You'd think you'd be saying
we're talking to you. It's pretty much, as far as I can see, business as usual.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not for me. I haven't been outside for 4 days. I got nowhere to go. I wanted to go to Bunno's today, and I'm not allowed to go in there. You have to have your bloody white card.
You got to click and collect, mate.
So that's your concern there. I'm not sure if it's concerned about no cops on the road or no stock.
The only way I can correct it is I start pulling people over and checking for passes, Tim.
But how are you gonna get your rail that you need?
My rail.
How are you gonna get your threshold metal?
Ah, yes, I see. Well, I've got my card, my travel card, so I can just go, say I'm going to Bunno's because I've got to work on Monday and I need a trim. And
Right.
they'll look at me with foggy eyes at a mask and say, okay.
Yep, I'll take two,
I
thanks.
think we should do, if we were shaking hands, that should be the way you're allowed to travel around. Like, you shake someone's hands, and if they're rough and gruff and they feel like a worker's hands,
Yep, they're
go
in.
about your business.
Yeah, you're allowed in. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's man up. It turned into man up.
Man
all
up
of a
time.
All right. Well, thanks for that.
That's all I've got. Yeah.
Cool. Let's shift the gears a little.
So you've got a lot of time off. Obviously, everyone has.
Yeah,
you've got
sure.
6 weeks. What are we achieving this time around? This COVID lockdown.
Well, I've put. You gave me a Canara a little while back.
Gave? I thought I was selling that to you.
You dropped off a Canara. I haven't decided whether I want it yet. I have started fixing it up. Does that sort of make it mine?
I did see a photo of that. It looks spiffy.
It is quite spiffy, isn't it? Yeah. Well, let's not work out our owings over the podcast, shall we? Put me in a position there, Jeremy. Might have to edit that out. But I'm getting it up spick and span. I've been looking for a little while. I did the old gum tree method, where you're just trying to catch somebody that's getting rid of it. You know,
Sure.
the best I could do was about 600, 500, 600. And
Okay, I know our brother Drucifer got himself a nice big one for 500.
well, we helped him lift that thing down. It was a bloody weight a ton.
Yeah. And by helping you mean we did it?
Yeah, that's right. He provided the place for us to put it.
Yeah, but no, it was a good one for 500, man.
Yeah, and that one that you sold me is just as good. It's good. I think it's a nice little size for my place. So I've stopped looking because
Good.
I thought that
glad
one
to
was
hear.
I thought that one was trashed and busted up. I thought it was going to be an outside one, but as I've inspected it, it's in pretty good nick. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and that's why I was around there a couple of weeks ago saying, can you bring the Canara, to somewhere that's dry?
Oh, it's been sanded down and dried out,
Wow.
and new brickos in the bottom, and I'm going to paint the chassis. We're going to lift it up.
You might have to look online for the seal. There might be like a little furry seal that...
Ferry seal is intact, and
Is it really? Okay.
yeah, everything's there. So
Well,
all
I was gonna ask for $150, but I reckon 200.
Ugh.
Now that it's all clean.
Yeah, just stick it on me bloody tab. Me
All
tabo.
right, no worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what your missions have been. So try to get warm. I'm also doing the same thing on heating.
Winter
as you know,
warmers.
winter warmers, man. It's freezing down here in Melbourne. It's all weather talk, Tim. The thing was, I got a new heater this year. We had to save up, get ourselves a new heater. I decided to go for the ducted heating in the roof system.
Mm-hmm.
I was assured that it was going to be the right thing to do.
Okay, what happened?
I'm standing by that.
Okay.
But here's the thing about our house. It's old and rickety.
Mm-hmm.
And there's holes everywhere. There's gaping holes in the floor, the hardwood floors. You can see daylight sometimes.
Okay.
And I have gone around before and gap filled them, but they've gone over the years. So that's what I'm doing for heat, because what you'll find with these overhead heaters, it's battling between the cold air coming through the floor and all the gaps.
Yeah.
And you could imagine if that's the blue color, and then the heat is coming from the roof, and that's the red color.
Sure.
And they meet in the middle somewhere, and
Yep.
that's where all the thermals are.
The purple
And
colour.
so if I duck down below that line, it's cold.
Is it really?
But if I stand up, I'm sweating.
That's well, how do you?
So
Yeah.
Cass has said this morning, I just don't think we should have got the overhead one, and I've just got to stand by it. I've just got to stand by
Here's
it.
what you do. Jezbot. You install
Well,
a couple of ceiling fans. Keep you cool in winter. Keep you
this is
bloody
not a
warm.
bad method.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, my roof space is getting clogged up. So
Mm.
I've got in my bedroom, I've got 6 down lights.
Yeah, right.
I've got an evaporative cooler and heater on the wall.
Yeah.
I've got now a round duct in there.
Okay.
Plus a ceiling fan. It's just, oof.
Yeah, you're packing it in there. No, well, you're making the most.
This is what I'm doing. This is the method, right? So I've polystyrened up all the old vents that came from the floor, and I've got myself off the bunnos, and I've got myself. It's called Cork in Colour, and it's a flooring product.
Yeah.
And I'm going through every single gap along every board in the entire house, gap filling,
Wow.
siliconing it.
Siliconing. Is that going to
So
affect?
I did the.
Is
go
that
on.
going to affect your polishing it later?
Look, by that stage, Taco, I think I'll just go a new floor over the top, to be honest.
Okay. Straight over.
But no, this straight away, you can put your hand over one of the gaps and feel wind or air coming up.
Okay.
So dab a bit of silicone on it, and Bob's your uncle.
What do you do about a gushing gap coming through a gap of gushing air coming through the
How
my
many
front
times are you
door?
going to say gash and gap?
Gushing.
Gaping.
I said gushing gap air coming through the front door. So how do I stop that? Smart
well,
guy.
you need to get yourself some good seal. You need that, like I'm talking like the fireplace. You need a nice seal around there, around that door. Also get a hardwood door, not just a flimsy one.
Okay. All right.
And one of those wind stoppers. So there you go. That's what Timmy Tucker and Jezbot are doing renovating styles during COVID.
Oh, well, get yourself a bloody wind gap. Gaping wind gap. One recommendation, 1000%. Literally.
Yep. So I don't usually do this, but there's, it's the new normal to be sitting around doing nothing. So,
Yeah.
I've delved back into the TV world, and I'm going to share my
MASH
my
experiences.
no more MASH.
Okay, good.
Just my recommendations.
Yep.
You know that show Alone,
Yes.
and they're all out alone
Yep.
in the wilderness.
And
You've got to
surviving.
stay the longest.
And whoever stays
Surviving.
the longest, surviving wins. Yep.
Are you big on those survival shows? I dig them.
This one's in particular is one of the best ones, I reckon. We've watched them all, man. I love it.
Well, we're up to season 7, if you're unaware.
Okay. What? Maybe we've missed an season or two.
Well, it's current, so we're up to episode 8 out of 10 in
Okay.
season 7.
Wow.
Still airing it.
Okay. Yep.
Also chuck in there, it's a doozy this year, but also chuck in there What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Is there another season?
New season.
Ah, okay. Yes.
So
Alright,
where are
so-
we?
So you're giving me your
So
recommendations.
you
So alone,
get
yeah,
into those shows.
I do
You
get in-
into those survival shows.
yeah, they're good. Yes,
They're good. It's a radio program essentially where
Sorry, I was
two
ty-
co-hosts.
I was
Conversation.
typing. Sorry, man. You're giving me some recommendations. I'm trying to make notes here.
Yeah, well, one thing at a time, Taco. You
Yeah.
can always go back into the recording and listen to the recommendation.
Yeah, but I don't like listening back at ourselves.
Oh, right. Well, that's why our listeners. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's how we could double our listenership.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. So where was I? This bloody show, man. We binged like 4 in a row, and I had to cut it off because I wanted something for tomorrow. So and then we did another 2. And so, but we're up to 8, and what a doozy of a year! What a season! They got some interesting cats that know how to survive out there.
Okay.
In the Arctic.
Because they upgraded they did it with couples, so you're allowed to go alone in couples.
Yeah.
So not alone.
Yeah, and that's the whole. This is what we find after day 30, day 40.
Yeah.
They start to, in each camp, they start to pine over the wife that they just left.
Yeah.
They thought it was going to be such a bloody good idea
Yeah.
to get rid, but you find out that you actually like your wife. Even some say love her. But it takes sometimes going 18,000 kilometres away to figure that out.
Yeah, it's going into the wilderness to almost
There's just
die.
so many of these blokes. There's so many of these blokes that are they're going, yeah, it's going to be hard to leave my 1-year-old son.
Yeah.
He's just starting to talk now, but if I win the $1 million, but then these blokes that say that shit,
They always opt out. Yeah.
Always. Or one spoiler for the first dude that goes out.
Yeah.
He loses his little fire lighter, his
Yeah.
flint,
Yeah.
and goes through his bags. The way they edited it together seemed like a 45-minute sort of decision where he goes, look, I mean, I've lost my lighter, so
Yeah.
just better bail.
Yeah, that's
Safety
it.
side.
'Cause
I
that-
miss my wife, miss my kid.
Yeah, you justify
He's
it.
all right, that little kid.
Yeah, maybe I should go back. I like the guy that first went in there, the very first guy, and he saw some bear shit and just went,
There's bears here? I'm out. Nope.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
it.
I
Well,
do
what
not
would
like
you do
bears.
what would you do if you lost your lighter? Would you, I don't know, go back to the fire that you already had, see if there was one ember in the fire? and
I'd
maybe
see how long I could keep that fire going for.
Or
Yeah.
maybe rubbing sticks.
Yeah, I'd definitely give it a go. I'd also try and get through maybe 2 nights before I went,
Yeah.
fuck this.
I reckon you're not a true survivalist unless you can start a fire with the twigs, yeah? Even though it's really wet wood up there, it's probably really hard to do.
Well, you've got to have
But if you-
some kind of training, you know. You're not just going to
You gotta
jump
have
into that.
a redundancy in your pack. You've got one way to start a fire. The most important thing. Well, you're a dick.
Yeah. Well, just on this side thing, people get carried away when watching these survivalist shows, and I know a good friend of ours, he's been on the show, Icy Cool. He's obsessed with the Naked and Afraid, or Naked and Alone. What's the one where they go
I think it's
naked?
naked and burnt alone
Naked and
on a
sunburned.
beach being watched.
Naked and dehydrating. Yeah.
A guy's chode should not be shown just in general. Like, it's got to be in full mast.
Yeah, that's right.
Can
That's
we all
right.
agree? Like, a flaccid penis is not something that anyone wants to see.
Yeah, and surely it's got to be like, and action. Yeah. And we're filming. But he wants to do a 2-week challenge with 2 other blokes naked, and they only get to bring one thing, and I'm like, phew, there's better ways to see men naked, Icy Cool. Don't you think?
Can we start with sunscreen, a knife, and some boardies, some board shorts?
Yeah, I reckon it's a better place to start.
Even budgie smugglers.
Next to nude. But you wouldn't do a if you were out in the wilderness, like, this is the comparison I wanted to make. You lose your flint, you ain't got no fire. You weigh up the options. You go, fuck that, I'm not doing that. Or do you go completely naked? Like, what's worse here? Like, how long do you think you'll bail being naked compared to no flint?
Look, for this one, the naked stuff you've got to cover up is the Arctic. It's you're going to get frostbite on your dick.
Yeah, true. On your chode.
So, on your little chode out there, where it's shrunken so far back up into your body that you don't even know that you have a dick.
Yeah.
When you try to piss, it just like goes everywhere because it's got no grip. You've got no purchase on your dick. Can't aim if you've got no purchase.
No.
Know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Look, but these guys, man, I think the point of going on these shows, it's $1 million, but it's also bragging rights because they all have their own survival companies. They have tours and all this bizzo, which is how they learn the skills. But also they're there to advertise their skills. Now,
It's a flex.
If you're the first out, and I'll tell you how you know who the first one's going to be out during the Alone season.
Yep.
The first episode, they will focus on 3 people.
Yep.
Two of them
Are out.
are the ones that are likely to get out. One of them is just showing how you should be doing things.
Right.
And so there's this one character who's not being shown at all.
Too good at it.
He's from El Salvador.
Right.
And he came to America, and he remembers the war, and that was his survival technique. But now they're not really showing him. There was like a full episode 6. He's not in it.
Right. Okay. He's doing too well.
I think he's doing too well.
Okay.
There's no footage on him falling over, not catching fish. He catches 2 or 3 fish a day.
Right.
He's
Yeah, he's
just
lucky.
cruising along. So he's in the top 10 or top 3.
It comes down to your spot, man. It's where they dump you. They know they're gonna go this weak Charlie, two Flint Timmy. He's gonna be dumped in bad man's land, because we want him to quit. We're gonna make it rough,
Yeah, rough as guts.
There's nothing
That's what
but
I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
How are you going to go back and do the bragging rights if you're the first guy out? You didn't even try to start a fire.
Yeah, which is survival 101.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
All right,
lighter.
what are you doing? Your first setup. What do you do first? You've been helicoptered in. What's the first thing you reckon you usually would do? Oh no, you'd take out the satellite phone and call them and go, "Oh, I'm getting a bit cold.
Getting a bit cold out here.
I don't have Timmy 2 hats.
I haven't got a tent. No, I think I'd do what they do. I'd try and find water in a spot, and then set up. But you always run that danger of the flood zone,
Well, they're on this massive lake.
Yeah.
Like in a Arctic lake. But there's plenty of I don't want to do too many spoilers, but this one guy stabs this big musk ox. And it's like a cross between a big pig size and a miniature buffalo.
Okay. Yeah.
It's weird, man. But Jesus, he stabbed this good. Wee.
I know the guy.
That's it. So that's my recommendation. There's 10 episodes. It's they're doing also straight away. You get your alone talk with the panel. So there's the host with the really white teeth, and he talks to the guys that were in the episode.
Yeah.
So what was it like when you caught that fish? Oh well, it's pretty sick because I bloody put my net in and got a fish.
That's fascinating stuff. Let's go over to our sponsor, Dentoflex.
No, they like the Maglite 3000, brighter than anything you've ever seen, brighter than the sun.
Just one little sidebar there. I was looking at the news the other day, and I saw a rescue story where they rescued a guy that was on a desert island. I don't know how he got there. He must
Desert
have
or
washed.
deserted?
Let's just say dessert, because I like
A desert island.
you like
cool.
a good dessert. And he's out there and did the classic SOS in sticks and rocks on the beach.
Oh, is it? So
Yep.
that shit works.
And they saved him. They're just like,
And
"Whoop."
do you know what? Now that there's Google Earth and there's people that there's dudes just on Google Earth looking for the spaceship in the water or the secret military base. So if you just wait long enough, they're going to see your SOS. You even put a date on it. SOS, 14th of July,
That's a good idea.
2020.
Date it.
Yeah. Lost. Totally lost. Need help now. I mean, it's the full island.
Yeah, that's right. You make a spectacle of it. Yeah, God, yeah, it's a good
Full
plan.
message.
I like it. I like it.
Well,
Yeah,
there you
upgrade.
go. There's a survival tip that none of these bastards thought of.
Yeah, fuck them. All right. All right.
You gonna watch it?
I'm fucking oath I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it tonight. Tonight!
Excellent. All right, we'll talk about episode 2 tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do a blow by blow alone sidebar STEEZ / jump in the turnstile / new podcast about alone.
Jumping the STEEZ alone. Yeah. Okay. No worries. We'll do that.
Good. So this week's community concern is
Another
the
concern. Another concern, Jeremy.
It's a double concern, Tim. We're all full of concern and stress, and
Community. Yeah.
barely any community anymore. We just can't see anyone.
No.
Nevertheless, I'm concerned about all the new puppies in the neighbourhood. I just went for a walkos with the doggos.
You did
tonight,
mention this a
and-
while back, yeah.
Now, you know how I feel about dog poop on the street.
Sure. Yeah, I think I know where you're going with this, but continue.
How am I going? No, you guess. Why not?
Well, I've been on several walks, and I've been dodging the old steaming barkers. They're everywhere. Because
they're not
people, we're
steaming, they're
not
bloody crusty and white.
we're not checking each other. But we're back to the 80s, man.
This is not good. This is not a good sign. Because everyone's stuck at home. Everyone said, "Oh, well, what are we gonna do? We're gonna entertain these bloody kids. I'm alone. I'm gonna get a dog."
Yeah, it's the old "don't shit in your own backyard" idea, coming right back at us. You know.
Well, there's no clear statement on how we're supposed to get rid of the dog shit.
Yeah.
And there's no PSAs anymore. Every government needs to come out. And
Oh
say,
well, there's
yes,
the clean campaign, Jeremy. Don't forget about that.
Well, how much COVID's in a fucking dog shit?
I don't know.
Clean it up.
Yeah, pick it up.
And this is what my concern is. There's no guidelines or rules being forced down our gullets.
Yeah.
About responsible dog ownership. How many dogs? These shutdowns going to bloody stop in 6 weeks or 6 years, and then there's going to be all these mangy dogs on the street just left abandoned.
Yeah, let go. We had to let him go. Yep. So we'd say, are you going to turn to the usual method in your community, which is put up signs?
This is what I was thinking, Tim. Do I jump into my bat suit?
Yep.
Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed, Roger, ready to post out my message on all the letterboxes.
Oh, you're going to do a letterbox drop, a classic.
I think we're going to do a letterbox drop to start off, but also a few key, like under any shit that I see. I'm going to flag it, I'm going to post it, and then I'm going to expose it. Okay,
because you know those little flags you used to be able to get the fluorescent ones attached to the little wire? Are you going to start putting some flagos out?
That's the one. But it's also it's got Bluetooth in it, and so you can join the good fight, the Jezbot fight, in your neighbourhood, and you get your little flag, and you stick it in the dog poo, and it GPSes the shit, and then we're going to start tracking the shit.
Okay, and see what it's gonna form a pattern.
The rod has also a DNA sampler. Right?
Yeah.
So it samples your dog shit.
Okay.
And then we're gonna track it down. We're gonna pinpoint where you live
using our tracking app.
Look, you might as well just pick up your shit now.
Yeah.
Because we're coming for you.
Yeah, because you're getting flagged. Okay. Yeah.
I'm cancelling. Bad dog ownership.
But I thought didn't we have a name for that app at one stage?
Poo alert.
No.
Flag. Poos. Doggy poo. Doggy no. Doggy don't go. Doggy don't go.
What are we going to do about it, Jez? So are you going to do a letterbox drop, or are you just going to do the tradish sign, like scale your operation down to start off with, and go telephone posts only, and then see if Like that's stage 1, and then stage 2 is flags.
Like a warning system. Stage 2 lockdown of poo. Yeah.
Yeah. Stage 3 is your GPS
Starting to get to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Stage 3.
Yeah. Okay. And
Stage
then
4, no bloody more.
no bloody more. Clean, clean, clean. Don't forget to wash your hands.
Pick it up.
Well, that gives you a reason to wash
I
your
think
hands.
I think what I'm going to do is the traditional do nothing, and I'm just going to walk past the poo and leave it there
And
let
scuff.
the government.
Scuff and annoy. I think we should. I think there's room to I think there's room to improve out there.
There it is.
There it is.
Wrap it up on that one. Clean my closet with Jezbot and Timmy Tarko. This is a first time attempt at this little segment. Let's see what I can rustle up here now in my crawl space.
Okay.
Let's go over here.
Okay.
Now I've got a plastic container just in case for the apocalypse, full of my negatives.
Okay. Well, film negatives.
My old film negatives.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So
What do you got there? Jezbot Classic.
what was the segment called?
I'm cleaning out my closet.
Yeah. So why am I keeping all these bloody negatives? Because I'm not going to get them reprinted. If I lose all my photo albums,
Yep.
what's the likelihood of me getting all of these negatives, thousands, reprinted? What do you think?
Yeah. So that's it. We're back to the should I throw my CDs out argument.
Yeah. Clean
You
my
know?
closet, Tim. Like, I don't know what to do. You know, I've got folders and folders of these bloody photos.
Yeah. So I think there is an app now where you just hold the negative up to the camera, and you take a photo, and then it swaps it over, and boom, you can digitize them all. What do you think?
Wow, isn't the future amazing?
It sure is. It sure is. So maybe you do that. I would hold on to negatives because, like, in the event of a fire, you grab the negatives and then you've got them all. It's instead of grabbing all your photos, you grab in one little box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and maybe in the future, dystopian future, the only thing of value is the photos and old magazines and old tapes and old CDs, because everything got wiped out in the EPM, the electrical magnetic pulse that wiped out all of our data.
As it was. Well, we did.
And
We
we're
did.
trading off vinyl and negatives.
Yeah, but then the great heat wave, also in the big sun magnetic wave,
yeah,
it was
the melt.
hot and it melted the records.
The great meltdown.
So melts all
Yeah.
their lasting music.
I tell you what, I did get a photo from a friend, a long-time listener. He said, "It's time to go, old dear friends," and he was throwing out all his old porn, all his
Oh.
old discs.
Ugh.
And so imagine if the EPM does wipe out all the internet. Geez, there's going to be a hard rush. For
Yeah.
those old discs and tapes.
There is just going to be yeah.
So just, you can go and buy gold, you can buy silver, you can, diversify your portfolio all you want, but do you have a good stash of old school porn?
Yeah, just in case. Yeah, and we're not talking about Sam Fox and LaToya Jackson's either.
No, none of that.
Okay, that's a good
Actually,
little...
hot take.
Okay.
Just on Janet Jackson, and it's funny you should say or mention her name. This might be controversial, but I was listening to a Janet Jackson song. We are a part of the Rhythm Nation.
Sure.
And I looked it up on YouTube, and can I say, I don't know, it might be controversial, but I think Janet Jackson might have been
Shit as. Yeah.
like the dance moves, even for the time, were very robotic, trying to copy Michael Jackson. being a robot.
Well, you've just segued there, copying Michael Jackson. That segues into my segment, not the news, not in the news, right?
But you agree that Janet Jackson's shit.
I do agree that Janet Jackson's shit, but that segues into this news story that I found. Man spends over $30,000 on cosmetic procedures in attempt to become the ultimate Michael Jackson impersonator.
Yeah, so the Thriller Michael Jackson when he was at his coolest.
No, I think I'd say the semi-current Michael Jackson.
So the 50-year-old just before I'm about to die, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that I'm on a bed with my eyes closed constantly, Michael Jackson.
Don't you want to be? Don't you want to be like young, like a 30-year-old version of it?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm just looking down in your Zoom camera here. You have a Michael Jackson Thriller album
In view.
just down the left-hand corner, and he's got the white suit on with the black shirt, and he's still got all his hair, and he looks $1 million. Actually, like 25, maybe $100 million right there.
Yes, I have got Michael Jackson behind me.
He looks quite dapper. He looks like $1 million, or even 25 million, $100 million.
It is in his prime age. The one with the album cover with where he's lying down and you open it up and it's a tiger.
Yeah. That was probably the Tiger King's tiger.
There you go. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Probably.
I think it was.
But so why would you want to look like that old?
Yeah. Okay. This guy's done over 7 years. He's done 11 plastic surgeries to make himself look even more like Michael Jackson. So bad choice.
Irresponsible doctors.
I mean, the only other worst choice he could have picked was to try and make himself look like Bill Cosby, I guess.
Not a good one.
No, it's not a good choice.
But, bad choice there.
30 grand. Could you think of anything better to spend 30 grand on, you think?
No.
Okay.
No, nothing. No.
Well, that settles that. Well, there you go.
I always wanted that penis reduction.
Okay, yeah. And you've always talking about getting those tits. In Thailand.
No,
Anyway.
I think 30. Yeah, go on. No.
That's neither here nor there. Look, I just wanted to throw that little story in there because you did a little segue, but that's neither here nor there.
I
in
think
the big
Janet
scheme
Jackson
of things.
still sucks. Her dance moves are subpar. Her voice is not even for the time, even like trying to crank out.
Yeah. You're trying to crank one out.
It just doesn't have any gusto to it. She's like flat.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I see what you're saying.
We're going to keep doing these as long as you keep listening, and probably just a little bit further after that.
Okay. Good. In fact, we're probably never going to stop.
You stay safe, Tim, in there, and
yep.
thanks for listening, everyone.
Heads.
I'm Jezbot.
Yep. I'm Timmy Taco. Heads down, masks up.
That's so hard to do when you're hearing yourself.
I know.
That was
All right.
fucked.
Let me just stop that.
Turn it off and let me do another one.
Okay. Just give me a second. All right. Go.
Well, I think that's bloody it, Timmy Taco. We've done it again. It's,
Yes. We have done it
one.
again.
in the bank.
That's it. We're going to sort of meet up regularly. Do a couple more.
Via Zoom safely with masks on.
Yeah. And also with you. So
now
just
make
remember,
sure
heads down, masks up. See you on the other side. I'm Timmy Taco.
Don't forget your work permit. I'm Jezbot.
Have you got your papers?
They climb. They go through two at a time.
Jumping the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
Leap over the turnstile.
Hop over the turnstile. I had to take you. It was like a ninja.
Jumping turnstile.
It's no small thing.
People have jumped the turnstile. I definitely jumped the turnstile.
Jumping.
The turnstile.
I definitely would do it once, twice. I would do it over again. Whenever I really don't have to do it, but I do it, I get away with it. And there was no one there, so I figured it'd be
just easier to jump the turnstile.
I've jumped some fairs in my day.
I definitely jumped the turnstile a few times.
Jumping.
Turnstile instead of just paying the $2.25.
That little technique, I pull the turnstile back like that, boom, boom. My upper body is not moving, just my leg.
Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
The turnstile. We are the antibacterial wipes. This don't even look sanitary.